Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Moses J. Sildana and I'm a local from Goa, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you the situation update from here. So guys, if you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button. I do videos here in Goa almost every single day showing you some of the most beautiful places to check out here in Goa. Now we are going to be talking about different things. I'm going to be telling you the COVID guidelines. I'm going to also be telling you the international tourism rules, as international tourists are set to come back to Goa. So I'm going to be telling you the rules for that as well. Also, I'll be talking about Sagar waterfall. I'll be telling you about the shacks, clubs, everything that is important, guys. So guys, first of all, let's talk about the weather. So it's beautiful days here in Goa. It's very nice and sunny at the moment, and it was raining the last few days, and that was like the end of the rainy season. It might rain once in a while, like for a few minutes here and there, but otherwise the rainy season is over. You're going to have beautiful sunny days. I've been at the beach for the last few days and I got like completely tanned, if you see this. So guys, if you're coming here, get a good sunscreen because it's going to be very bright and sunny. It's not hot though because the weather is kind of nice. You have this beautiful cool breeze around, and what we want to do is if you're coming out, I would recommend, if you're coming out in the morning time, before 11 o'clock is nice and cool. But if you come after 11 o'clock, then it's pretty hot. Then again, you can go out after 4 o'clock if you want to swim or enjoy. Swimming is now allowed. You can swim at any of the beaches here in Goa. So that was something which was not allowed during the monsoon season, is because the tides are very strong and the water sucks you in. So now swimming is allowed at most of the beaches. Also, Watersports has opened up. Now let me talk about Watersports. Now Watersports, the thing is, every beach has a different price kind of, and the timings also, some beaches will take you for longer, some places they will take you for shorter. But in my personal opinion, I found that Baga was quite cheap compared to the other beaches. But of course, I'll do a video for you guys of every beach, showing you the prices at every beach and the duration and all the information. But that you should know that parasailing, jet ski, everything is open. Just to give you a rough idea, it's around 1,300 to 1,500 for 5 water sports activities. So that is the water sports update. Shacks are now open up again in Kalangut, Baga and Kandolim. So you will have all these beach shacks that are open up. You will also have the night parties at these beach shacks with Hindi music or English music at some shacks. And of course, you can have drinks, you can dance there. Some of them will be for free if you go further down, but the first few shacks, they charge you a cover charge of 200 rupees per person around. Some shacks charge you 100 rupees per person to enter in for the beach parties. All clubs in Goa are open right now, so there is no timing on restrictions. There's no more curfew in Goa, so clubs are open all night. So you can party till morning, you can have a great time. Also, other things like the Sagar waterfall. Now, Sagar waterfall, the unfortunate thing is, because we had heavy rains for a few days in Goa, what happened was the roads got washed off, and because the roads got washed off, the jeeps cannot go anymore. They had already set up the jeeps and everything, but they cannot go because the roads are washed up. Maybe about 10-15 days more and they should get back on track and have it open. Scuba diving is open from the 15th of sorry, not the 15th, the 12th of October onwards. You have scuba diving, which is open in Goa. Many people are advertising for scuba diving, but they take you to another state, which is a place called Malvan. Some of my subscribers said they didn't have a really good experience there. But if you're going to do scuba diving here in Goa, it's open from the 11th or 12th of October onwards. Things to know about your car and bike prices. So for October onwards, the car and bike prices for bikes, which is a scooty should be around 300, but it will go up to 350 in the popular areas. So it's about 300-350 for scooty. Of course, you can bargain and get it to 300. And of course in the season time like November, December, it will go up, and accordingly I will update you guys about that. For car prices, if you want to rent a car, is about 1,200 rupees. And something to know about when you're renting a car is that not many places have a lot of parking. So if you're going to the major tourist areas, it'll be quite difficult to park at some areas. But of course Kandolim, Kalangut, Baga has separate parking spots, like a parking area, but other places it's quite difficult to park. So I mostly recommend to go by scooty or scooter, of course, or you can rent a motorbike like an Enfield or anything and roam around. Okay, helmet is compulsory for the person who's riding the bike. The person at the back does not require. And also now let's come to the COVID rules, guys. Now for COVID rules, there are different COVID rules that you have in. So now first of all, let's talk about vaccinated people. So for vaccinated people, if you are fully vaccinated means you have to have both your doses, and only 15 days after the second dose you can come into Goa. So suppose you got vaccinated on the 1st of October, you have to come only on the 16th of October, because before that you will still require a COVID test. Now if you are a single dose of vaccine, if you have not taken any vaccine at all, you will require a COVID test to enter into Goa. Now a COVID test means you can do any COVID test approved by the ICMR labs. Okay, you can go do an antigen test, you can do a PCR. Of course the home kit is not allowed, so you cannot do the home kit. And for the families, like families coming in, children are not required to have a COVID test. I've had many of my viewers come into Goa and they said that they never asked for children to have COVID tests. Also, if you are from the state of Kerala, now if you're coming from the state of Kerala, if you're coming for more than 3 days, you will have to do a mandatory quarantine of 5 days. If you are coming for only 3 days, you will have to come with a RT-PCR compulsory. Okay, so that's the rules for Kerala. Also, additional rules for, if you're coming in by bus or by road to Goa, is there is a stop at the border. They will check in your your COVID test or your vaccination certificate. When they check your certificate, the line is pretty long. So every day I get this message that we were waiting in line for almost 1 hour. Some people tell me we were waiting in line for 2 hours, and it can be quite a long wait. But of course you have to do it. The police will register you in. They will write in all your details. They will put in your mobile number and all details that you have come into Goa. Also, you can do a COVID test at any of the borders. So if you're coming in by flight, you're coming in by train, if you're coming in by road, you can do a COVID test at the border itself. I'd come in, but I wouldn't advise to do that, is because the lines are very long at this thing. If you come to most of the north beaches in Goa, they're completely packed right now. There's a lot of people. So keep in mind that you want to do your test before you come in, because it will be much easier for you. Now also something to keep in mind is when you are leaving Goa, you will also require to take a test for some states. So if you are required for your home state, then I will put in a list of all the COVID test centers available in Goa. I will put the link in the description below, so that you can easily come to know where you can do the test. Now if you are going to any of the casinos or cruise boats in Goa, you will require a COVID test compulsory. Okay, now a COVID test means only an RT-PCR is valid for cruise, means the dinner cruise and the boat cruises which take you in the Mandovi River. And for casinos, you will require, of course both the places require the same rules. You will either require fully vaccinated certificate and 15 days after vaccination, or you will require a RT-PCR test which is valid within 72 hours of arrival. Even if you're coming in to Goa by any means of transport, the COVID test has to be within 72 hours of arrival. Guys, the clubs are all open. So Tito's Lane is open. There's a new club called Maya on Tito's Lane. There is Soro if you are looking for an upmarket club. Places like Thalassa, all these places are open. All the forts are open. Of course, if you're going to the Aguada fort, you need to do online booking to go there because it becomes easier, or if you do there, the network is pretty bad. So all the other things are open in Goa. If you come to Palolem, the Butterfly Island tour, everything is open from the 12th of October onwards, and kayaking and stuff should start in a few days. It should be here from the 15th onwards. Most things should open. Now for international tourists, we are set to have a lot of international tourists. Visas on chartered flights are open from the 15th of October onwards. So from 15th of October onwards, if you're coming on a chartered flight, you can apply for an Indian visa. If you are coming if you're coming later on, you want to come in with a normal flight from any country, you are required to come only after the 15th of November onwards. International tourism will open up, so you can get a visa from after the 15th of November for regular flights. So guys, if you have any more questions and you want to know any more details, feel free to comment down below and I'll be happy to help you guys. And also please do check out my other videos of all the best places to check out in Goa. I've also put a link down below of the tour plan for North Goa and South Goa if you guys need it. So anyway guys, thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll be bringing you lots of other videos from here in Goa.